I'm going to show you how to do this cladogram, just in case you're still struggling a little bit. So we've got our derived characteristics. Hopefully you can see those on the left side of your screen here. So first I'm going to draw my line. So how you do a cladogram is that you first find the characteristic that only one of the organisms has. So in this circumstance, the one that only one has is the sponge. So my sponge is going to be down here. Now the trait that it has is that it is multicellular, but if you look on your derived characteristics right here, all of them are multicellular. The sponge, that's the only trait that it has. So it's going to be multicellular. So we have to draw our line right here to represent that all of the following traits are going to have this trait. So multicellular. And then you find the organism that only has two boxes, and we have the coral. So here is our coral. And then you look at the trait that is added. So the trait that's added for coral is that it has that it's symmetrical. So again, we're going to put it before the coral because that includes the coral. If you put it after the coral, that's saying that the coral is not symmetrical. So then we look at our derived characteristics. The one that has 3 is the flatworm. And the characteristic that it adds is the triboblastic. Again, that's going to go before, because if it's before, that's showing you that it's including the flatworm. So triboblastic. Our one that has 4 branches is the Nadia branch. And it's adding the trait truculum. Now again, you've got to make sure that you're adding these traits before the organism. So this right here is multicellular is before sponge, because if you put multicellular after sponge, that would be saying that the sponge isn't multicellular. So these are my characteristics I'm adding. Also, if you look at this, the Nadia branch would be symmetrical, and it would be multicellular, and it would have triboblasty. But the coral would not have the truculum, or it would not have the triboblast, because these characteristics come after the coral. So then we go back to our organism list, and we look to see which one has 5 boxes, and that would be the sea star. So here is my sea star. And the characteristic that it's adding is the neutropstome development. And that's just dealing with things that develop before others during when they're being developed. So do development is how I'm abbreviating that. Then we see which one has 5, or that was 5. We see which one has 6. And that would be the sea turtle. So our turtles. And the trait that we're adding for sea turtles is the vertebrae. So again, that's coming before turtles because it's including the turtle. Then we look for the one that's got 7. So that would be our butterfly fish. And it's adding gills. Again, it's got to go before the organism. And then finally, the one that has all of them, all of the X's filled in, is our shark. And it's adding the cartilage skeleton. So here is our shark. And the trait that it has is the cartilage skeleton. Now again, this trait has to come before the shark because that's including the shark. The shark has all of these derived characteristics. They have all of those characteristics. But the turtle does not have gills, and it doesn't have that cartilage skeleton because these traits came after the turtle. So I hope that helps as you are studying.